Let's do some maths, Jules. 33 years of age, 1 year left on his contract. What sort of price would we be looking at if a club was to come in and take him?
It's really hard to say. I mean, you would think that Barcelona cannot be too greedy. I mean, it's Lionel Messi, but for everything that he's given to the club, and he hasn't got much back in return, especially in the last 5 years, really. You would think that if he wanted to go and Barcelona were like, okay, we cannot, you are Messi, you are why we are this club right now. We can let you go. I don't think they would ask for too much money. Certainly not would go and ask for 100 million euros, although they would need that money. But I think if Leo Messi wanted to leave Barcelona this summer and you're Barcelona, you owe it to him to make it simple for him to be able to leave and not ask crazy money.
As I mentioned at the top, Setien then sacked, Jules. A whole host of managers have been linked to the job. Ronald Koeman, throughout this whole time, we know that he turned it down, didn't he, after Valverde was sacked. And during that time, he said, no, I'm very much committed to my role with the Dutch side. However, that rhetoric has kind of changed over the weekend in the sense that he didn't quite say that. He didn't really make any comment.
Yes, you're right. It seems that position has evolved a little bit. And I think Ronald Koeman, one of his dreams is to coach Barcelona one day, where he was obviously a very important player in the 90s. And I think that he would now consider, without a doubt, being able to do both the national team, the Dutch national team, and to be there every day at Barcelona. I think maybe he sees it and he knows that if he doesn't take it now, this opportunity might not come back another time later. He will be very much Bartomeu's choice, more than any other president that could come after, maybe. So I think maybe that has changed. He was in Barcelona this weekend. We saw him in different places along the coast, and that might be a coincidence. It might not be a coincidence, but I think that right now, ahead of Xavi and ahead of Pochettino, for example, who are the other two names mentioned, I think he's clearly at the top of the list, and I wouldn't be surprised if Bartomeu decided to stay. And again, with everything that we spoke before about Messi and etc., that's not a given, but if he did, and I think maybe Koeman could be the one to replace Setien and be there for next season.
If I was a Barca fan, this wouldn't excite me, Robbo.
Well, he's done a very good job with the Dutch. The Dutch were going nowhere. They failed to qualify for a couple of tournaments. He then took them over and did a really good job getting them back to where they should be, really, the Dutch. He obviously had a poor time at Everton. It's always going to be difficult to take, for Koeman to take over what is a poor side at the moment. And there's lots of problems behind the scenes. But you very rarely get a chance to take over a team when they're doing well. So he's going to have to go in and make sure they become much better very quickly. Otherwise, it's going to fail. But it wouldn't be an exciting choice, I don't think, for the fans.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.